I'm doing well. How you guys?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Appreciate you joining us here on the teleconference. Again, first, before we get started, as a reminder to members of the media on the call, please press *1 at this time to get in the queue to ask questions for Coach Foley. Coach, before we get to those, your thoughts on earning the #1 seed and winning the outright regular season title this year?
Well, I thought our kids showed a lot of toughness. It's not an upper-class type team. It's got a lot of young kids, but I thought our upperclassmen really did a good job of leading and showing a lot of leadership and pulling them together. So I think it was really, two seniors that led us very well, and Sade and KP, and both of them got all, first team all conference. And I think it showed that they're pretty tough kids to be able to pull these young kids with them and win a championship.
Coach, your opponent obviously isn't determined yet, but your thoughts on playing either Coastal Carolina or Appalachian State in the first round on Thursday?
Well, I think the conference teams are so balanced this year that it doesn't really matter. I think that anybody's capable of winning on any given night. I think that shows that we were a little bit more maybe on a level playing field most of the year. The way we played, we just kind of played our game most of the time, and it got us through. But I think most teams on any given night can beat anybody. So I don't think it really matters if it's Coastal or Appalachian or anybody else. I think anybody's capable of beating anybody on a given night. So, we just got to be ready to play that night.
Coach, this tournament is very familiar to you, but this year is the first year with the bye coming into play with 12 teams coming to New Orleans. How does that change your plan when you come here and your game plan going forward?
Well, I think it makes it tough for the first round game. To tell you the truth, because the other team has already played a game and they're not really tired yet. So I think it gives a little bit of advantage to the teams that play in the first round. And then the farther you go, if they advance, then it becomes a disadvantage. But I think for the first game, you just for us, we got to be, it's tough to prepare for two teams because you don't know who you're going to play. They know who they're going to play, and now they get used to playing on the home floor. So, we got to prepare for two. So I think it makes it a little tougher. But, still it's equal to everybody. I mean, there's 4 teams that's got byes, and, the less number of games you got, the less chance you get knocked off. So that's the advantage there. So, it's good and bad both ways.
Coach, you mentioned earlier about Sade Collins and Kaitlyn Pratt on your team. First, talking about Collins, she earned the Sun Belt Player of the Year award this year and was named first team All Sun Belt this morning. Just really your thoughts on her earning those accolades and her contributions to your team this season.
Well, I think to me, it shows how her career has progressed, how she's matured from a freshman to the outstanding player in the conference. And last year she had a decent year, but nothing like the year that she's had this year. And I think it shows that she accepted her role, knowing that somebody was going to have to step forward after losing good kids from last year's team. And I think each year her role has grown more, and she's accepted it, and she's stepped in. And I think that accepted this role, she's always had a little bit, sometimes self-confidence was a problem. This year she didn't let that bother her, and I think she showed a lot of leadership and, just accepted that role very well, and I'm proud to see that she got it because I think she's progressed as much as any kid that I've had.
And, Coach, another senior on your team, Kaitlyn Pratt, is also honored this morning on the first team All Sun Belt. Again, same question. What has she really brought to your team this season?
Well, it's a lot of toughness. Kaitlyn's not a great athlete, but she played with a lot of, she's kind of the vocal leader. Sade's more of a just do it, lead by showing, and KP's more the vocal one, and she really talks to our team a lot, keeps them together a lot. So both of them have done extremely well, and like I say, she's the same way as Sade. Each year her role has just grown more and more, and this year she knew she had to be the vocal leader, the one that kept them together, and take over for what Chan did last year, and I think both of them deserve first team, and I think that's what separated us, by only losing one conference game was our two seniors being great leaders and pretty tough kids.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate it, and safe travels down to New Orleans.
All righty. Thanks a lot. See you down there.